Number 10. Megan Thee Stallion. Another female rapper, let's take a look at Megan Thee Stallion. Fans started to sniff out drama when Megan unfollowed both Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat on Instagram. While the three had worked together in the past and made fairly successful music, fans started to suggest there was a rift forming between them, taking to social media to say things like, "Megan just unfollowed Nicki and Doja. Nah, my ship is sinking." An Instagram post from The Vault Uncut shared more drama when they posted a photo with a caption about more beef between the two. Doja Cat having apparently told her team to say no to ever working with Megan Thee Stallion again after she had reached out to them. This apparently came from the fact that Doja was now loyal to Nicki Minaj, and Nicki wasn't a very big fan of Megan. Megan, however, seems to be doing fine without them, as she recently released her music video for Plan B just a few days ago. While she still doesn't follow Doja Cat or Nicki Minaj, it's likely we probably won't see them working together for the foreseeable future. Number 9. Remy Ma. American rapper Reminisce Mackey, professionally known as Remy Ma, fell under the fire of Doja Cat's fans after she made a statement that they felt was attacking the rapper. On the Drink Champs podcast, Remy said the following: "I don't think she's a rapper. Let's be clear with that. I don't put her in the rapper category. I don't think she's a rapper, but she makes dope records. I think she's dope." Despite her ending the statement with praise, Doja's fans focused on the beginning of it, taking offense to what she had said. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Doja spoke about people who say she's not a rapper, saying, "Anyone who says that I'm not a rapper is in denial. They don't know what they're talking about." Fans took to Twitter to voice their disapproval of Remy, saying things like, "Remy Ma can take several seats saying Doja Cat isn't a rapper. That doesn't even make sense." Remy said she felt that the fans came for her life. She appears to be focusing on rap moving forward, just recently posting on Instagram a tease for her next rap battle, calling it in the caption, "Real rap." Number 8. Lord Pharaoh. Lord Pharaoh's name became known when he started dating American R&B singer Summer Walker. He's a rapper, singer, influencer, and entrepreneur, and also apparently not a huge fan of Doja Cat. A day after the Billboard Music Awards 2022, which took place in Las Vegas, he took to Instagram to call out how he felt about the rapper. To his 80,000 followers, he wrote the following: "At Billboard, explain to me how a pop artist at Doja Cat wins 2 R&B categories, and she has 1 R&B song ever." Continuing on, he said, "At Billboard, numbers don't lie. How didn't she win? As I recall, Still Over It topped at Beyonce Lemonade twice. How did at Summer Walker not win any R&B woman categories? I'll wait." Clearly fiercely defending his girlfriend and critiquing Doja's music. Doja was the top nominated artist for awards with 14 total nominations. While Summer Walker was disappointed with her loss, she didn't say anything harsh towards Doja, instead teasing that maybe her boyfriend should break up with her so she can write some new music.
Number 7. Nas. No one has called out Doja's problematic behavior more than Nas. In fact, he made a whole diss track calling out the controversy surrounding her in 2020, particularly where footage of her on Tiny Chat was leaked, which is an online chat room with alleged ties to racist discourse. Nas collaborated with Hit Boy and came out with a song called Ultra Black, where he criticizes Doja for allegedly being involved in said racist behavior. Quote, "We going ultra black, unapologetically black, the opposite of Doja Cat." The track was made to be an uplifting reminder to the unignorable contributions made by the black community, which is why he called out Doja Cat in the song, who faced a significant backlash in 2020 amid claims she criticized her South African heritage in several online chat rooms. In June of that year, she again defended herself against racism allegations after she was accused of being friends with white supremacists. Quote, "I just realized how stupid that narrative is. My friends aren't racist in chat rooms, my friends on Tiny Chat are not effing white supremacists. They love me, I love them, they're loving, and that's it. You won't find anything on them because you're effing stupid." Although she tried to shut down the allegations, almost 2 years later, it's something that the internet still remembers.
Number 6. Lana Del Rey. Famous singer-songwriter Lana Del Rey fell under fire when she made comments about her own place in the industry while attempting to drag others down. She made an incredibly long post on Instagram, but I'll just share with you the relevant highlights. She said, "Now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camila, Cardi B, Kehlani, and Nicki Minaj and Beyonce have had #1 songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, cheating, etc. Can I please go back to singing about being embodied, feeling beautiful by being in love even if the relationship is not perfect? She said she was tired of receiving hate for the content of her songs when she was just singing about reality. She then capped off the post by promoting 2 new books and poetry. Many people immediately took to Twitter to note how she only seemed to call out black women in her post. Lana immediately took to the Instagram comments to try and defend herself, saying things like, "I don't care anymore, but don't ever, bro, call me racist because that is bull." Doja Cat responded with a comment saying, "Gang sunk that dunker," but it was quickly deleted. People interpreted it to mean that she was saying Lana Del Rey had really screwed up with that post.
Number 5. Remy Ma. The rapper sparked an interesting discussion on the internet on the show Drink Champs when she told the world that she didn't think Doja Cat was a rapper. In March, one of the hosts on the podcast casually referred to Doja's music and called her a female rapper, to which Remy Ma responded, quote, "I don't think she's a rapper. Let's be clear with that. They put her in the rapper category. I don't think she's a rapper, but she makes dope records, and I think she's dope." While she clearly praised Doja Cat, it was also apparent why some fans would not like what she said. After the episode aired, hateful comments started to come in left and right, but it was mostly Doja's fan base that started attacking Remy for her opinion. In fact, the online backlash that Remy got just for discussing Doja's genre of music landed her in so much hot water that she brought it up months later. During a recent interview on Black Compass Media, Remy was talking about wanting to bring more female rappers into the battle rap scene, and the host said, "Yo Remy, you trying to line up Doja Cat?" To which she quickly replied, quote, "Don't even bring her up. I thought I was giving her a compliment. Her whole entourage or fan base came for my life. And I was like, I thought I said something good." But the whole incident just pointed out how toxic Doja's fan base can be and how quick they are to attack people around her for no good reason.
Number 4. Plini. Australian guitarist Plini was shocked when he discovered that Doja Cat had sampled his song without credit for her performance at the MTV European Music Awards. He put out a statement on social media saying, "The lack of prior communication about it or proper credit upon release is disappointing, but not particularly surprising in a sector of the industry that is usually more interested in clout than creativity." He also added, "It's being sorted now, but would have been cooler a million views ago." Doja Cat was apparently incredibly apologetic over the situation, sending him a string of voice messages in his Instagram DMs saying she was sorry for the mistake and that she had loved his song. Plini went on to say that receiving the messages was probably the #1 strangest thing that has happened to him in his career. Definitely not everyone is expecting to wake up in the morning to an oral essay from Doja Cat in their DMs. He's continued on in his career and is doing pretty well for himself, currently performing on tour in Australia.
Number 3. Jack Harlow. It's easy to see why the rapper was annoyed with Doja Cat's behavior, as many people were saying that she pretty much embarrassed him on Instagram Live. The incident was more than a little awkward, and it all went down in March of this year when Jack decided to shoot his shot at the singer and she swerved him in the best way possible. So basically, they seemed to be having a regular conversation on Instagram Live, but then Jack told Doja that he needed to talk to her because apparently his fans believed the two of them were dating. He wasn't really subtle about hitting on her, and he even tried to compare his height difference to her boyfriend, who apparently looked a lot like him. But Doja wouldn't let Jack get his entire message across, as she quickly said that her wig was coming up and abruptly left the chat. To make matters worse, after her quick exit, the 24-year-old actually admitted that he liked her. Quote, "Oh man, I've had a crush on her." Although it was an awkward situation that was witnessed by the whole internet, there's probably no love lost there, as Doja later revealed in an interview that she didn't intentionally swerve him, and clarified that her wig was peeling off and that's why she had to leave so suddenly.
Number 2. Nicki Minaj. While Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat seem to be getting along just fine now, with Doja taking Nicki's side against Megan Thee Stallion, they had some beef when Nicki had her 39th birthday last year. It started when one of Nicki's barbs, as she calls her fans, tweeted this in response to Doja's lack of a birthday post, saying, "Doja Cat, since you didn't tell @Nicki Minaj happy birthday, please stop using her style, image, flow, animation, and visuals. You just another Megan that used her." Nicki seemed to agree with the fans soon after tweeting out, "Copiers can't even say happy birthday. Lol, this song go." Apparently also thinking that Doja was just a copier. The tweet was later deleted, but Nicki was maybe still a little angry, denying to appear on a song with Doja, which fans took as a sign of a feud. But Nicki stated that it was simply because she thought she couldn't bring anything to the song. Number 1. Cardi B. New York rapper Cardi B has had beef with plenty of people, including Nicki Minaj, Azalea Banks, and Doja Cat. In an Instagram Live in 2020, Doja Cat could be seen rapping along to Cardi's song Press. The way she was singing apparently sounded like she was mocking Cardi. She was obviously not overly impressed by the impersonation, putting out a tweet that said, "Do anything for the clout, moo," moo blatantly being in reference to Doja's famous song. The tweet was quickly deleted. Doja said that when she made the video, she had simply been buzzing on caffeine and hadn't meant it as any sort of insult towards Cardi. Doja said she spoke to Cardi and that she seems like a smart woman who probably insults her friends and other celebs as well, saying, "That's just something you do when you're either hopped up on caffeine or lit." Afterwards, Cardi B apparently unfollowed Doja on social media and people were quick to report on a supposed feud, though neither party ever commented on it.
Number 10. Cardi B. Although they may seem to be on good terms now, the two had what could only be called a mini feud in August of 2020. What happened exactly? Well, it all started when Doja did an Instagram Live, showing herself rapping along to Cardi B's song Press. The way Doja Cat sang made it sound like she was mocking the way Cardi raps. Doja deepened her voice to match Cardi's, and it sounded like she was shouting in lowercase. But she knew she was going to ruffle a few feathers by joking around, and at the end of the video, she says, "I'ma get cancelled, but bro." I mean, the whole thing was hilarious, of course, but not everybody thought so. Cardi was unimpressed by the impersonation and she responded in a tweet that said, "Do anything for clout, moo," which was obviously a reference to Doja's viral hit Moo, where she dances around wearing a cow costume and sticks fries in her nose. The singer later explained that she never intended to be rude, she was just hyped up on caffeine. Quote, "I was making fun of the song, but it's a dope song. I acknowledged that as well, and people edited out the parts where I was acknowledging that it was great." The two have since buried the hatchet, but it's clear that at the time the impersonation really struck a chord with Cardi. Number 9. Plini. The Australian guitarist Plini revealed in 2020 that Doja Cat used a snippet of his song Handmade Cities without permission during her much talked about performance at the MTV EMAs. She performed a heavied up version of Say So, much to everyone's delight, which was a really cool remix because it sounded like it could have come straight from the world of rock and roll. But it caught the attention of Plini and the star went on to accuse the singer of music theft as her song sampled his 2016 track without asking him. He wrote on Instagram, quote, "The lack of prior communication about it or proper credit upon release is disappointing, but not particularly surprising in a sector of the industry that is usually more interested in clout than creativity." Wow. Plini told Music Radar that he made a comment on Twitter about the incident and said that from there on, fans really did all the work and they brought all the outrage on his behalf. But apparently it's all water under the bridge now and Doja Cat actually ended up apologizing for sampling his song without permission. In fact, he said he woke up one day with a string of voice messages from Doja saying sorry for not crediting him properly and said that it was just surreal to see. Number 8. Azalea Banks. These days, we really need to take everything Azalea Banks says with a grain of salt, but no one has tried to warn us more about Doja Cat than her. The controversial rapper went on a huge rant on her Instagram story last year, insulting both her looks and her music. Quote, "Doja makes music for 10-year-olds and is very derivative. Cute girl, but her attempts at witty East Coast Roman reloaded flows are pitiful and not in the least bit amusing. And yes, she looked terrible before she lost weight." Wow. She went on to say that Doja has horrible bars and none of them make any sense. According to Banks, she adds nothing to the music world and needs to step up her pen game. Banks took the insults way too far when she was watching Doja's music video for Juicy. Quote, "This bee is disgusting." And she goes on to say her face looks drunk, tired, and lazy. The rapper also criticized photos from her interview magazine cover shoot, saying that she deserved better and that there was a disgusting fridge in the background. Doja retweeted Azalea's comments and in classic Doja fashion, she responded by just saying, "I'm farting in a big way." Her clapbacks are super random but strangely effective.
Number 7. Nas. Nas is an American songwriter, rapper, and entrepreneur who called out Doja Cat in his song Ultra Black, a collaboration with Hit Boy, after she had been involved in controversy. Doja Cat came under massive fire after it was revealed that she had apparently been hanging out in white supremacy chat rooms and dissing her own South African heritage. While she tried to apologize, the controversy went on for a while, and Nas commented on it in his lyrics where he said, "We going ultra black, unapologetically black, the opposite of Doja Cat," clearly commenting on her apparent racism allegations. Doja Cat herself didn't offer much comment on the situation, taking to TikTok to sarcastically comment, "I'm so offended and upset by this song," while it played in the background. Nas attempted to deny any negative connotations to the lyrics, saying that he was just trying to find something to rhyme.
Number 6. Lana Del Rey. Twitter literally exploded when Lana seemingly attacked Doja Cat and other successful black artists after they collectively made Billboard 100 history by becoming the first black women to hold the number 1 and number 2 spots. Lana posted on Twitter, quote, "Now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camila, Cardi B, Kalani, and Nicki Minaj and Beyonce have number 1s with songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, effing, cheating," she then compared it to her music, where she wants to sing about things like toxic relationships without getting hate for it. She goes on to say that she's fed up with female writers and singers saying that she glamorizes domestic violence when she feels that that's not the case at all. Lana's comments incited a backlash from fans on social media, who interpreted her statement as attacking Doja Cat for her music choices and being angry that she isn't allowed the same creative freedom by her own audience. Doja ended up posting a bizarre response to the controversial Instagram post with the comment, "Gang sunk that dunker," before it was quickly deleted. Fans pointed out that it basically meant that she thought Lana was speaking facts, but it's still up for interpretation.
Number 5. SZA. SZA is a famous American R&B singer who last year won an award with Doja Cat at the VMAs for Best Collaboration for their song Kiss Me More. So if they're winning awards together, why would she hate her? Well, this is actually about something that SZA's father had to say about Doja Cat. Instead of sharing his excitement for his daughter winning the award in 2021, he took to Instagram to share how furious he was at Doja for being unprofessional. Apparently upset about the fact that Doja hadn't really given his daughter a chance to speak at the podium. While many fans had noticed that she hadn't gotten a chance to speak, most just took to Twitter to share lighthearted jokes and didn't directly attack Doja. Since the post on his Instagram seemingly went viral, SZA's father privated his Instagram account trying to avoid the backlash. Hey, if you can't take the heat, maybe you should stay out of the kitchen.
Number 4. Lord Pharaoh. When Doja Cat left the Billboard Music Awards in March with a handful of new trophies to add to her already impressive collection, not everyone thought that she deserved to win. Summer Walker's boyfriend Lord Pharaoh hopped on his Instagram story to share his thoughts. Quote, "Billboard explained to me how a pop artist, Doja Cat, wins 2 R&B categories, and she has 1 R&B song ever?" He went on to call out Billboard and said that the numbers don't lie, so how did she win? The rapper and stylist then tried to hype up his girlfriend instead by saying, quote, "How did Summer Walker not win any R&B women categories? I'll wait." Well, it's true that Summer lost out on Top R&B Artist, Top R&B Female, and Top R&B Album to Doja Cat, but Pharaoh was really just reiterating what people have been saying about Doja's music now for a long time. Since she became mainstream, there have been countless debates about how her sound should be categorized. Pharaoh went on to say that Doja's an amazing pop artist, but R&B is R&B, and actual artists in that category should have won, because it's about respecting the culture. He even went on to accuse the award show of being rigged and posted the hashtag "Quit robbing our black queens." Clearly, he was not very supportive of her win.
Number 3. Jack Harlow. American rapper and frequent White Boy of the Month, Jack Harlow had an interesting interaction with Doja Cat. While maybe not actual beef, I'm sure he was left a little disappointed at Doja towards the whole scenario. On an Instagram live, the two shared some friendly banter before Harlow said, "I need to talk to you for a second." Jack went on to explain that fans thought they were dating because Doja's boyfriend looked like him. Doja immediately dipped from the conversation, saying that her wig was peeling off and she needed to deal with it. After she leaves, Harlow admits that he has a crush on her. Later he said that it was just the beginning of their friendship and now that he wouldn't do anything too silly and was playing it cool. Poor guy shot his shot, but unfortunately got turned down. We can only speculate on whether or not he still carries a flame for her.
Number 2. DJ Vlad. The podcast host went on No Jumper in 2020 and explained that after he posted an interview with Doja Cat, she reached out to him insisting that he take it down, and when he didn't, she blocked him. Vlad also went on the Off the Record podcast with DJ Academics, where he was asked if there was ever anyone he interviewed that immediately wanted the episode taken down. He immediately responded by saying Doja Cat. The interview in question was done a few years before she hit the mainstream, but it was only published on YouTube in 2020 at the height of her racist chat room scandal. After only a few days, the singer DM'd Vlad and requested that he take it down, and when he did not immediately respond, she just wrote, "It's like that, huh?" before blocking him. The podcast host even posted screenshots of the conversation as evidence. DJ Academics then jumped in with his own story about Doja and played a voice note that she sent him after he reported on her racism controversy. Quote, "She sent me a bunch of messages. It was weird. It was when I was covering the whole thing about like she was in some white supremacist chat rooms. So it looked like Doja was doing everything in her power to kill the story. But luckily the two hosts came with receipts." And coming in at number 1, Noah Schnapp. Yes, we absolutely have to talk about this one. The situation was just so bizarre, a lot of people can't seem to wrap their head around it. Doja Cat started beefing with Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp for revealing a private conversation in which the singer asked to be hooked up with his Stranger Things co-star, Joseph Quinn. A screenshot of their exchange went viral after it was shared by Noah in a deleted TikTok, much to Doja's annoyance. The 26-year-old singer then went live on TikTok, calling the 17-year-old's actions degrading, exploitative, and super embarrassing. She claimed that what he did was so unbelievably socially unaware and whack, even calling him a snake, saying that he shared information that she didn't feel comfortable with him sharing. So how did people respond to the drama? Well, everyone was surprised with just how hard Doja came down on the actor, given Noah's age and her history of flirting with celebrities online, because in previous tweets she openly expressed her attraction towards Joseph. People largely supported Noah in the feud, and although the two seem to be on better terms now, the drama showed the public a completely different side of Doja.